Say something for the podcast. Tell the people what you feel.
I'm just jazzed about being on the show, man.
You are listening to The Objective Jerk, where objectiveness is the objective, and I am said jerk. All right, what is up? How are all my Jerktonians doing? All three of you? Dude, I used to get, it's probably a lot more just curiosity, but I was getting like 20-something downloads or something before when I was on Buzzsprout. And then I switched platforms, which I think was stupid. And then so it was kind of hard and it was confusing. And then, it's all about maintaining, so I should have just stayed. But like I said, it's not about the downloads. Anyway, if you'd like to email me, please do it, theobjectivejerk@gmail.com, or message me on Twitter or Facebook or anything like that. Let's see. So I wanted to talk about oh, come on, dude. Now my internet is like being honky. Is that right? Wonky? Is that the right term? I pulled up. Well, at least I don't have to record with the internet. But anyway, well, that sucks. I was trying to pull up some information, but I was on Twitter, unfortunately. Just kind of, I get on there and I look at some stuff, but mostly I'm just trying to, see some stuff, make some comments that maybe, and then get out. But there's two things going on now. That's just like, I don't know. It's just annoying. And the first thing is, this is what I want to do. I want to pull up some information on. So the politician, or maybe she's not. I think she's out of office right now. But Lauren Bobert. She's a conservative. She's like hot. I don't know where she ran before. I don't know her whole story. I just, I see lots of things about her. But anyway, so there's like a clip of her going to, I guess, see Beetlejuice. Is it the original one? Is there like the remake coming out? I don't know. But so she's in the theater, a dark theater, getting groped on by her date. And people are just, especially libs. Libs are like freaking out, or it's because they're trying to find something to freak out about. Libs are just the garbage of humanity. Liberalism is a mental disorder. That is fact. And for them to sit there and like try and like discredit her and be like, "Oh my God, this is so horrendous." It's like, really? This is the same people that support naked men and women stripping, dancing, drag queening in the streets. There was one where a guy had a microphone attached to his crotch, so it was like the microphone was his dick, and was having a kid speak into the microphone. That's okay, but a dude that's getting fresh with his date, oh my God, in a dark room. They're trying to be like, oh, it's in public in front of everybody and chill. Dude, it's dark. Look at the camera. It's night vision. No one can see barely anything. Now, granted, the dude is going to town, though. It's like, are you looking for cancer or what's going on? Like, I'll do a quick little honk, a little something if my wife's wearing something and I'm, but I'm not going to sit there and like just start giving her a titty massage. Like, this guy just goes crazy. And I guess then she gets a little handful of his junk too. But I mean, they're adults. They're in a dark room. Is it the best thing? It doesn't bother me. It's, you should do that when you're at home watching a movie or something. But, kids, maybe, who knows, it's the only place to not be interrupted. My thing is like, who's got a night vision camera though in the theater like that? Like, that seems kind of weird to me. But it's just, the left is just trying to make it into this huge thing, and that's all they do. The left always tries to make something out of nothing. January 6th. I mean, everything. There's this. What else is like oh my gosh, look at look at this. Trumpy jaywalked in front of people. It's like, what? Like they're really like they just reach for and it's the takes are like the dumbest things I've seen. It makes absolutely no sense. Like it's just like they can't even try and like find some kind of BS react. I don't know, like they can't, like it just doesn't, it's completely fake and retarded. Like, but I don't know, like how, I just don't understand. I guess that's why it is, Liberalism is a mental disorder. The Civil War is on, people. I've said this for a while. The Civil War has been on. Ever since Trump lost, supposedly, the Civil War has been on. But it's really kicking into high gear now, with the boycotting of, and just everything liberal and just failing completely in movies and everything like that. So this is the Civil War. It's not going to be like it was back in the day. I mean, it could be. Who knows? If Biden was to quote unquote win the election, then it might get to an actual civil war, because that's just and but I think it's just this cultural war is what the Civil War is, and it's just crazy to me that people can't see the corruption and just because the corruption and everything supports your side. I mean, it's not everybody. A lot of people are tuning out. What's his face, Bill Maher. Bill Maher's he's still got Trump derangement syndrome, but he sees kind of all the ridiculousness that is the liberal agenda, media, whatever you want to call it. So people are kind of like, what? That doesn't make sense. How is it? So they're there, but there are just some people that they don't care. They're like, as long as it says something or supports their ideology, then it's good. But it's like, dude, this is infringing on rights. It's illegal. And maybe right now it's on your side, but what's going to happen is it's going to end up infringing on so this is what would happen if everybody just gave in and let it happen. Then the people in power would turn around and just control everybody. So everybody who's like, oh, look at, we're winning, or the liberals that are, oh, see, this is what's right. This their freedoms would be taken away, and then they'd be like, oh, what, huh? But then it's too late. It's too late. So, of course, you got to have the conservatives to keep everything in line and to save the liberals. You realize it's the conservatives that put the label on the pizza box to not eat the pizza without opening the box, so that liberals wouldn't do that. All the stupid warnings are because of dumbass liberals. And conservatives like, okay, here, we'll throw you a bone. Here's a warning. They should have not warned. They should have left the warning labels off. Anyway, I hate liberals. But so there's that, right? And then crap, what was the other thing now? I gotta pull it up. Hold on a second. I gotta pull it up. Oh, that's right. Russell Brand. And my internet is still not working. Dude, when the internet works, it's great. Fiber optic, high speed, it's great. But it's just, man, they just suck. I'm really looking into getting whatever Tesla internet, I can't think of what it's called right now. But I kind of want to get it. My wife doesn't, because it's just kind of expensive to get the actual, the initial setup and equipment. But the monthly, it's the same amount. So this is what we're paying now. At least then it'd be reliable and we'd have it if there's, because like when the power goes out, the internet goes out too. Like even if which is weird because it should still stay on. I mean, we have a generator. So if we have a generator on, the internet should still work. I don't know. It's just, I remember I used to live in this government housing, I guess, because it was on a military installation, but civilians worked on it and lived on it. So it was like, it was living in army housing, but as a civilian. And anyway, we had Dish, I think it was Dish, and they would have, power outages sometimes. So we had friends over to watch a football game or something, and the power went out. So crank on the generator, plug everything in, satellite works great, we're watching football. Everyone else, or whoever doesn't have a generator can't, but, So that's a nice thing about satellite because it doesn't rely on stuff on the ground. It's all up in the sky, right? But then you have a satellite from Tesla and it tracks you. No. Dude, that argument or that fear is gone. Like it's too late. We're being tracked. It's everything we do or have. I mean, they can't track us any more than they do already. Except without, if we had I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of right now, but with a chip in our body. That's the next step, which they're trying to do too, but man, it's another reason I'm kind of more comfortable here. But then it's like, I got the internet here. I have, a smartphone. I have, what do you call it? What do you call these things? The modem, the router. I can't think what the heck, you pay for whatever. But it's just, I don't know. It's insane. Insane in the membrane. You know what I mean? What are you going to do? But Lauren Bobert, though, she's pretty sexy. Like she's nothing like crazy, but it's like it's her attitude and, I don't know. She's just got a sexiness about her because she's conservative. But yeah, that video, if you haven't seen it though, that guy's just going to town. Like, man, it's like he dropped the M&M down her shirt and he's trying to find it or something. I don't know what it is. It's a little much. I'll admit it's a little much, but it's not like what the libs are trying to make it out to be. All right, Russell Brand. That's right. Okay, so Russell Brand, for those that don't know, he was a heroin addict back in the day. He was a comedian and an actor. I mean, I guess he's still a comedian, and he probably still acts. I can't think of anything I've seen him in recently. But I don't really watch movies like I used to. So, but he has a YouTube channel, and he has 6.6 million subscribers, and all of his videos get at least 500,000 to 1 million views. And now suddenly there's people coming out, women from like 20 years ago or whatever, saying, sexual misconduct stuff, just kind of like this, the crap that's going on with the 70s show guy and the producer Weinstein guy, which that dude was a douchebag. I haven't really followed the guy from the 70s show. All I know is he got 30 years or something. But the Harvey Weinstein, though, I've watched some stuff on him, and he was definitely deserving of what he got. But isn't he out now? Or no, that's Cosby. Bill Cosby got out. What the hell? Anyway. So Russell Brand, he has always been, or he was more of a liberal. I guess he would be like a libertarian now, but he's a liberal that was noticing the BS and was like, hold on a second. So he's a vegan. He's a libertarian, I guess you would say. But now he points out the hypocrisy of the left. And he's like, hold on a second. And he'll pick out stuff on the right too, but it's just the left just think they can get away with it. I don't know what it is, man. Like, how is it? Dude, there's corruption and politicians on both sides. I ain't gonna lie. But the left, though, right now are, they're just like the bad guys in the movies, the political thrillers and stuff. That's the left now. They were always projected as the right, and warmongers and stuff like that, but that's the left now. So it's not really the politicians. It is the corporations and the rich people that fund everything. They're in control of everything. And then you look at some of these politicians, that senators and stuff, that have been in office for 30 something years. That what? Term limits, people, 10 years or something. That's it. 10 years. Oh yeah, my internet's not working. I keep trying to pull up stuff. 10 years. And that should be it, because this is just ridiculous. But anyway, so Russell Brand's being attacked now. And it's like, okay, why is that? Suddenly, 20 years after the fact, I mean, if the guy's a douche and he raped somebody, he should be held accountable. But I mean, there is kind of not term limits, but what is it when too much time has passed? I can't think right now. I can never think, really. But I'm trying to actually talk quieter into the microphone, because I've noticed on the videos it's very echoey. On my podcast, it has a mixer that kind of makes it sound so much better. So if you don't like the sound of my videos, go to the podcast. It sounds much better. And it's because I'm recording on my little cheap thing. But I'm just doing the video to kind of get more. I care about the podcast. That's what I care about, because the things I talk about, I won't have a YouTube channel. Not that anybody really, I only have 4 subscribers or something. But I mean, when I get bigger, right? Anyway, so yeah. So if you don't like the way the video sounds, go to the podcast. But then I just totally forgot what I was talking about. So Russell Brand, not term limits. Gosh, what is, the word when it's so much time has passed, it's if somebody does something bad, you got to get them right then and there. Anyway, so suddenly, now that Russell Brand has all these followers and he is exposing the hypocrisy of the left, he's getting attacked. It's funny how that works, I get in arguments with my mom all the time about Trump. She hates Trump. She's got the Trump derangement syndrome. It doesn't even matter what Trump could buy her a house, literally, and pay for all this kind of stuff, and she could meet him, and but then she's still like, nah, I don't like him. But it, I've known who Trump was my whole life. As a kid, I knew who Trump was. He was the rich guy in America. He was our, what's his name? Who was the first billionaire? The guy, crazy dude that dated a bunch of movie stars. He had the design planes, and Howard Hughes. There we go. So he was our generation's Howard Hughes, And I guess now the current generation, it would be Elon Musk or something. Actually, I guess probably my generation would be more whatchamacallit? The dumbass guy from Microsoft. He's probably my generation's rich guy. But I remember Trump as a kid. I always knew Trump. But I guess he's more my mom's generation rich guy. That probably makes more sense. But like I said, I've always known who Trump was. You see him in the news, you see whatever, this and that. And then he had his TV shows and everything. And it wasn't until he was president, or looking to win to be president, that he was racist. I mean, is he kind of a womanizer and stuff? Yeah, but most men are. It's just, it's in our, look at cats. The tomcat I have. He roams around humping every female cat and scaring away the male cats. It's a natural mammal kind of instinct, and we are mammals, and it's the same thing, and people don't but it's Men are not going to change. Now, some men are kind of go above and beyond and, you know, and are douchebags and stuff, but it is like a natural way, you know, it is natural for like men to have more than one, you know, it's like you see a beautiful woman, it's like the urge to mate with that person, I guess. But, you know, that's why so many people fall into that trap, though, instead of reading up on Jesus and the Bible and staying true to their wife or to their values and integrity and everything. It's so easy. That's like the number one thing that people will fall into is just the sexual urge to, you know, to look at someone and be like, oh, you know, because like Chris Rock says, a guy can stop chasing sex, but when it falls in his lap, there's nothing he can do about it. It's very tough. You know, a beautiful woman just happens upon you, and, you know, it's just, you know, especially when it doesn't happen to you a lot. But I don't know, dude, I just totally went on a rant. But anyway, so yeah, so Trump. So yeah, I never once ever heard anything with Trump, you know, always until he was president. Like, and that's kind of what it is. It's these people are coming into power. Russell Brand has some power now. Look at his followers. And he's very eloquent, and articulate, and, you know, because he's a comedian, he's a great speaker, and he's going from left to right slowly, very slowly. He may not go all the way right, but there are different degrees of right and different degrees of left. You know what I mean? You have, you know, the left, but they're not like the far left, which are the insane, you know, liberalism, mental capacity, whatever. That didn't make sense, but his trajectory is just slowly, you know what I mean? And then now it's going to be even worse. See, now they're attacking him, and I think this is going to be the final straw. And then he's going to be like, boom, I'm a Republican now. I'm voting for Republicans. Democrats are garbage pieces of crap. That's what's going to happen. Watch, you see. So just wait and see. Trying to attack him so they just get anybody, some girl that was all in love with him, that slept with him, maybe got like a little too drunk or too whatever, and they had sex, and maybe afterwards she's like, I kind of wish I didn't do that, but hey, I slept with, you know, Russell Brand, and now years later they just happen to tell their story and the right person heard it. Oh, really? Oh, well, geez, that could hurt his reputation. Let's use that. What if I was to pay you some money to come out and say that? And then it's like there's one person who's actually divulging their actual information. Everyone else is like, you don't know who it is. So it's all just BS. I mean, if it comes out, this is the thing. It would have to come out, which it's not going to. It was so long ago. There was no police reports. There was nothing. It's just what she said and he said. But they always go with the women first. I mean, look at like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. You know, everybody was like, oh my God, Johnny Depp's a douche. And Amber Heard, she's so brave for speaking out. And then she was the nut job. And people are still supporting her. Like, that's the thing. That's the liberalism that's mental. You saw what happened. Or maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't actually watch what happened in the court. But everyone else did. And they're still supporting Amber Heard. It's like, they need to bring back the insane asylums. We need to start building a bunch of insane asylums to put these crazy liberals in, where they can have classes and they can be shown the evidence. Hey, this is why you're stupid. And then maybe then they'd be like, oh man, yeah, this control, being forced to do something you don't want to do, this is not cool. Liberals. They are the weak link in the chain of America. They're like, so you have America, right? And it's made out of these big, giant steel chains. And then you have like a little copper weak link. That's liberalism. I don't know. And plus whatever, the rich people that are involved and everything. Let's see, how dark was that? So it was this way. So I've been doing this the whole time. So you can see, for those that are watching the video, see it's nice and bright, and now it's dark. It's because I try and have I turn the dark mode off on my things and stuff so I can have them on and kind of light up. But I'm sitting here talking with this on the whole time. I should change my YouTube too, maybe. Let's see if I can do that while I'm talking. Probably not. Where am I at? 25 minutes. It's about time. It's about time to call it a day. Maybe I'll just do that and I'll do that later. Anyway, so that's it. I just kind of wanted to talk about liberals are stupid. Media sucks. And I'm happy I'm here in the Philippines. If you'd like to email me, please do theobjectivejerk@gmail.com, or you can message me on Twitter or X, whatever, Facebook, Instagram. I'm on all those things, but the best thing to do is email. Email or Twitter or Facebook, I guess. Those are the ones I check the most. I don't get on Instagram very often. Just enough to post a little video clip. So that's it. Thanks for listening. Appreciate you, and I'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye.